I had a different YouTube video filmed, edited, ready to go, scheduled to upload for today. But then IngramSpark decided to make a little announcement, and I couldn't resist making a video for you guys to let you know of this horrid, awful announcement that they just made. In short, the announcement is basically that they're forcing indie authors to cut back on their royalty rates, and I am so upset, and let's talk about it. My name is Mandi Lynn. I make weekly videos on the business of being an author, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you never miss a new upload. Alright, let's get my bias out of the way. I've made numerous videos stating why I don't like IngramSpark. In my last video, I talked about my nightmare experience with them and why it made me finally just remove all my books from distribution with them. I will say I have one book in distribution with IngramSpark because it's my most recent book. I wanted to make sure all the pre-orders went through correctly, and it's also my newest book, so I was like, I'll keep it on IngramSpark for a little bit and then I'll take it down. But then this email came in, and now I'm pretty sure I'm just going to take it off of IngramSpark completely and have no distribution with them because I am going on strike. And I also I no longer care about expanded distribution as much as I used to. So since we're at my computer, let's read the lovely little email that they sent all their authors. Dear Mandi, certain booksellers and online retailers that purchase content through our wholesale distribution network now require that books purchased within the United States have a 40% minimum wholesale discount. As a result, IngramSpark's minimum wholesale discount has been adjusted to 40% for the United States market effective August 31st, 2023, which, by the way, is, when they sent this email. Books enabled for distribution must meet the minimum wholesale discount levels outlined in the chart below, or they may be removed from distribution. What do you need to know? If you want your existing books to remain available in wholesale distribution, you will need to update your wholesale discount to comply with the minimum discount requirements above. If you do not update your wholesale discount by October 30th, 2023, your books may be removed from wholesale distribution within the United States. Oh, lovely. And then they give us information on, how to do that. And then they close the email with, did you know over 70% of books printed and sold by IngramSpark authors and publishers already have their wholesale discount set to at least 40%? A wholesale discount of at least 40% allows a book to be more attractive to large online retailers and bookstores for books they purchase from a wholesaler. So basically, they're telling you have to meet these new demands, and then they're like, but 70% of you already do this, so you're fine, and that's why it's fine for you to meet this discount requirement as well. Now, if you're someone who's not familiar with IngramSpark, you may be like, what is this wholesale discount thing you're talking about? Well, let's go into our IngramSpark dashboard. Luckily, because I have my one book on IngramSpark still, I can go ahead and mess around with the pricing and show you that wholesale discount that we're talking about. So here we are on the back end. This is the page for my book, The Trail to You and Me. It's my newest book. And if we scroll down, we see print pricing, and we see United States, and I have my print pricing set for $12.99 and a wholesale discount of 30%. Now, we can edit this, so I'm going to hit edit so we can see what's going on. So basically, you're able to choose your wholesale discount. Obviously, the bigger discount you give to retailers, the more appealing your book will be to retailers, and the more likely it will be that your book is carried by retailers in the expanded distribution system. Now, I've always set mine for 30% because I don't care if my books are in bookstores. I always saw IngramSpark sales as bonus additional sales. I never saw IngramSpark as a way to make money. It was just like additional book sales. And at this point, I'm basically an Amazon exclusive author. You may hate me for that. You may not. I don't know. But I find being an Amazon exclusive author just to be a little bit easier sometimes. But anyways, you may now notice the update that if we click this this little drop down. It's always said that 55% is the trade retailer preference. Of course, that's the trade retailer preference. They want the biggest discount. But now the option for other used to be between 30% and 54%. Now it's 40% to 54%. So let's look at this right now. It's set for 30% discount, and I only make $3.20. And granted, I have my book at a pretty low price right now. If you guys have gone to bookstores recently, you will notice books are more expensive than they used to be. It's called inflation. Am I an adult now because I'm talking about inflation in a YouTube video? I guess so. It sucks. There's nothing we can do about it. So my book is set for $12.99. I only make $3.20 despite having a wholesale discount of 30%. Now, let's say I wanted to keep my books on IngramSpark. So with this new update, let's change this to 40% because I have to. Now we see I only make $1.90. Do you see how ridiculous that is? My income was almost cut in half from changing this just 10%. And this is in yellow because the price is not in effect yet because I didn't hit the save button. But do you see what I'm talking about? So if I wanted to still make, what was it before? I can't remember. What was I making before? Before I was making $3.20. So if I change my wholesale discount to 40% and I want to make around $3 a book sale, which is usually always my goal, then I have to adjust my price. So let's adjust the price to $15.99. If I adjust my price to $15.99, then I make $3.67. So, as you can see, the problem here is that in order to keep our income up, we as authors will have to raise our prices. Now, you are more than welcome to go to IngramSpark's website and mess around with the percentages and pricing yourself and see what makes you happy. But one of the best parts about being an indie author is that as an indie author, because you just typically make less sales as an indie author than a traditional author, the payback is the fact that even though we make less sales, we tend to make more money per sale because we don't have to give money to other people like the publisher and so on. Now, I showed you guys my math. If you want to see another author and her math and the way her royalty rates are going to be cut back and cut back dramatically, might I add, I highly suggest you go watch an Instagram reel by Emily Schneider. I follow her on Instagram. I love her content, and she broke down exactly how much money she'll be losing, and she's saying how she has to raise her rates because she want to make the same amount of money per book sale, as she should. So I'm going to link her Instagram reel below. I highly recommend you guys watch it so you can understand another author's perspective, and also just give her a follow because I love her content. But let's talk about the real issue here because we want to look at it from the bookstore perspective too. Bookstores want to support indie authors. Love that. That's amazing. But how can bookstores support indie authors if in order to order the book to their store, it might actually cost more to them than the book is worth to order the book, or they just barely break even? And if the bookstore's not making a profit, why would they order the book in the first place? To which I say I don't really give a crap if my book is available in bookstores. Expanded distribution is a bonus thing at the end of the day. And IngramSpark makes their money technically from the bookstores that are ordering the books, not the authors writing the books. IngramSpark also makes money off of us authors as well, because if we weren't writing and publishing these books, they wouldn't have any books to make money off of. IngramSpark makes a decent chunk of money off of us authors. I like to think it's pretty widely known that IngramSpark is the most expensive print-on-demand company, and they're the ones that you tend to make the least amount of royalties on because they themselves take a big cut of your money. Because you may be saying, Mandy, 40% is 40%. You still make 60% off of your book. Well, then let's do the math. So $12.99. My book is listed for $12.99. And if I'm giving a 40% discount, then I should be getting 60% for myself, right? Then I should be making $7.79. But as you guys saw, I only make, I think it was like $1.90. So as you can see, IngramSpark takes a huge chunk out of our rates here. So when IngramSpark saw the problem of indie bookstores wanting a 40% discount, instead of looking at, their rates and their printing costs and maybe how they can save on costs, they are forcing indie authors to take the cut instead, which is so stupid because we're the ones that are giving them something to sell in the first place. Without us, they wouldn't be making any money, because if we don't publish books on their platform, they don't make money. Here's what I wish happened. I wish they didn't force authors to give the 40% discount. I wish authors still had the option to only do the 30% discount and then suffer the consequences of not having wide distribution if, that were the case. But no, they are forcing the 40% discount. Or even better, and I know IngramSpark will never do this, I wish IngramSpark did, if they were going to force us to do the 40% discount, maybe they can relook at their pricing structure and think, okay, the authors are taking a small cut. Maybe we can take a small cut too, so the author's cut isn't as big. Or I guarantee you their printing cost is not as expensive as they make it out to be, and they're just making a ton of money off of us. IngramSpark's focus has never been to save authors money. It's always been to make more money for themselves. Even in this past year, they removed publishing fees from authors. So that meant we could publish new titles for free, whereas before we used to have to pay $50. And then we can also do free updates within the first 60 days. That sounds great, but in reality, all they were trying to do is attract more authors to their platform and get more authors to publish, because they probably realize a lot of people aren't coming to us because we charge fees. So they removed the fees, but they also didn't remove the fees, because after 60 days, if you need to update your cover or your manuscript, then you still have to pay those fees, and those fees are annoying. And I understand IngramSpark is a business, and I'd be okay with all of this, but at the end of the day, IngramSpark has terrible customer service, and they've proved time and time again that they really don't care about their authors, and that's the problem. If they wanted to take these big cuts and they want to charge these fees, it would be fine, but they don't level out with the type of customer service that you get and the quality of the product that you get. That's the issue. Again, I cannot reiterate this enough. I'd be fine with all the fees, and I'd be fine with the giant cut they take out of our books, but I'm not fine with it because they are just such a frustrating company to work with, and I'm not going to go into why exactly they're so awful to work with. I will link an entire playlist below that you can watch. And if you only want to watch one YouTube video, I highly suggest that one YouTube video is the one where I talk about the nightmare experience I had with IngramSpark, where they basically locked me out of my book and being able to update copies of my book because it was selling too well. So the copies of the book that were selling well were copies riddled with typos. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that as an author, you will expect to make less money per books. And as a reader, you may notice that the price of books will increase a lot, especially for indie books, or that we don't see expanded distribution for indie books, and the only way to buy indie books will be on Amazon, which is really unfortunate. And I say that as an author who's okay with being Amazon exclusive, but I know that's something that many authors don't want to be. They don't want to be Amazon exclusive, and they shouldn't have to be just to make their books affordable. Anyways, now that I've done my little rant, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm sure I'll have some people that agree with me and some people that disagree with me. That's totally fine. Let's just be respectful in the comments. At the end of the day, I do understand that IngramSpark is a business and they do have to make their money. And same with the bookstores. I absolutely want to support bookstores, especially small independent bookstores. But there's a better way. That's all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.